Sometimes when a film is doing the festival circuit, you hear little snippets here and there and you start to build some intrigue, and that was definitely the case with the film Past Lives. This one is a romantic drama from first-time director Celine Song, and when interviewed about the film, she has expressed how she used her own past life experiences to help shape the narrative. Even from its first scene, it draws you in as we hear a conversation from a couple sat at a bar as they try to guess what the relationship is between the three people sat opposite them, which includes our main characters. And that immediately makes you think more deeply about everyday situations, like when you pass someone in the street, you have no idea the battles they're facing, and so it does set you up well for a film that is pleasantly nuanced. With that in mind, the film does take its time to tell its story, and does so in an artistic manner with some beautiful shots that do sometimes toy with the line of being self-indulgent, but the quality of the film means you can give it a pass. After the initial scene, we go back 24 years to witness classmates Na Young and Hae Sung grow a bond with each other. However, the two eventually lose contact when Na Young's family decide to leave South Korea and immigrate to Canada, with Na Young now going by her English name of Nora. 12 years on, and Nora is now based in New York, and the pair reconnect via Facebook and Skype, which will all look very familiar for those who have experienced a long distance relationship. Another 12 years pass and we see them connect once more, only this time in the flesh as Hae Sung travels to the US. Now you might be thinking, you said quite a lot there, are you giving too much away? Well, as you can see with the poster and the trailer, the pair do eventually meet, that is no secret, and it's the actual content within these interactions which makes this film so great. It's the scenes where sometimes they don't even speak a word, but you can tell so much by their body language. With many romance films, they can feel generic, especially when dealing with childhood sweethearts, but with this one, it does have a lot to say, and there's plenty of similarities with anime in the sense that it tackles some interesting themes, like with fate and different lifetimes for example, and so there's plenty to discuss about the film once it's concluded. We've had some great soundtracks in film this year, and with Past Lives it continues that trend with some really fantastic music playing alongside our scenes, with some wind chimes, some piano playing, whatever it is, it really does a great job of supporting the scene, because like I said earlier, sometimes some of the scenes are quite quiet, people aren't really talking, it is quite a slow moving one, and so the music does take over and it really is very pleasant on the ears. Now if the content in the film does hit you close to home, I think there's a good chance you could feel emotional from it and even make you cry, because it is such an authentic telling of the story. That is not to say that if you haven't had this particular experience you won't connect with the film, because connection is the key word, and that can come in many forms, like moving house, leaving school for example, and so I think anyone watching can find a chapter of their life that associates here. Past Lives is yet another film distributed by A24, and after last year's success with Everything Everywhere All at Once, I think this will be a film that will be in many people's top 5 of the year. Though I have to reiterate that this is not for everyone, and some will find it boring, but if it does sound like the sort of film you'll enjoy, then you will receive a gentle and mature look at love and connection. As I said earlier, director Celine Song has inputted her own experiences into this film, and that includes moving to Canada when she was 12, just like Nora, and I think this clip from the interview here really does show and express well what she's trying to get across from part of this story.
I think it does not mean that Nora's not happy being in the place that she is now, but I think that that little girl that she left behind back in Korea should also be acknowledged and grieved.
I do have to refrain myself from talking any further about this film, because otherwise I'll start slipping into spoilers, and I want you to go into it and really experience it in your own way and get your own connection with it as well. But if you have seen the film, do let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I'll happily have a good conversation with you down there about the film and all its details. And if you want to watch another video, on screen is one which YouTube have recommended for you.